Feeling lost when it comes to setting up your altar? Trust me, you're not alone. When I first started, I was overwhelmed with all the do's and don'ts and constantly worrying if I was doing right. Let's clear up that confusion together. I am Lord Graves and you are listening to Whispering Witchcraft. When I started, I had so many questions and worries about getting everything right. I was afraid of making a mistake, of putting something in the wrong place or not setting up in a correct way. It is a natural part of the human experience to feel a little bit lost or uncertain when you are stepping into a new territory. And this is why today I'm going to show you how to create a personal and meaningful altar, even if you are just starting out and feeling a little bit unsure. Come with me, and by the end of this episode, you have the confidence to set up a space that truly reflects your unique path. My own journey into witchcraft began with a very traditional group. It was like in 2006. While being in a group, also known as a coven, provides structure and guidance, it also adds a lot of pressure because there are people there and they are looking what are you doing if you learn right and you don't want to mess up. The fear of doing something wrong was very real. However, over time I realized that you don't need to follow strict rules to ritualize and put up an altar. In your private practice, your altar can be as personal and as meaningful as you want to be. Just like the craft itself, your altar is deeply personal and unique to you. So before we start, I just want to reinforce that this is my personal approach to this subject based on my own experience. There are many ways to practice, to build altars, so feel free to explore and find what resonates with you. So, what is an altar? In the simplest terms, an altar is a space where you set an intention and work with that energy. Some people make the distinction between altars and shrines, altar being more for active work like spells, and shrines being more for offerings to deity, spirits, ancestors. Personally, I like to use altar term for both. And for me, altar means a space where I put my energy and intentions together. What do you use an altar for? The purpose of altar is tied to the intention. For example, I have one altar dedicated to connecting with my guardians and spirit. It's a place to put my offerings and have some reflection, meditate, or simply have a conversation with. But then there is another one that is devoted to Hecate, a goddess that I work very close to. And the funny thing is her altar moves around the house, so there is not a specific place where I put her and leave her there. Sometimes I feel like I need to move her to a different room, but we'll talk more about this later. I do have a very practical approach with my magic, but sometimes I like to have a more ceremonial approach. So then I set up a temporary altar for the ritual, and after I'm done with my work, I take everything and put safely inside of the magical box again. I do really like to set up temporary altars. It's helped me to get into the mood. And when you are working with groups, it's a very good way to build also the collective egregore. Egregore? I don't know. My English is failing me now. So it's good to set up this atmosphere for the whole group. An altar can be a very versatile thing. You can use for ritual, a place to honor your ancestors, for meditation, for prayer, or simply to relax and find your inner peace. What should you put in your altar? So there is no hard and fast rules when it comes to your personal practice. I talked a little bit about this before. So you don't need a specific tools or a traditional setup unless that is something that resonates with you. For those who like more traditional lines, nowadays there is a lot of books where you can find the right setup depending on what are you looking for. And I would actually recommend for you to look different books, different traditions, different ways to do it, because you can never go wrong about learning more. Even if it's something that not resonate with you, it's always very good to know a little bit more about everything. At least for me it is. I'm a huge bookworm. My shelf is full of everything. I'm moving out now, and then I found out that I have too many books and I cannot give them away because I really like them, and sometimes I would like to find a specific thing that is in this specific book and I need the fucking book. So yeah, you can find a lot of content online today, or you can also buy a lot of books. Oh my god, back then was so hard to find anything. You really had to rely on finding a coven to be able to learn all the witchy juicy things, and today is so much easier. You can find online, you can find groups online, you can see videos on YouTube, so there is no excuse to not learn more and more. And of course there is a lot of junk, but after a while you start to see what resonates with you and what you like, what it works, what doesn't work at all, and then you form your own way to do your craft. Solitary Witches has the best time ever now because you can learn a lot without even leaving your room. But also belonging to a coven is something that can bring you a lot of different experience. And covens, this is one thing that perhaps I would like to talk more about in the future, but it can be a polemic thing. People have very strong feelings about this, so I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to talk more about it. So let's back to the altar thingy. Your altar should be a place that makes you feel powerful, calm, and happy. It could be filled with traditional witchy things like candles and crystals and all that jazz, but also can be more only the smart can see it type of altar. Decorate with your personal items like photos or souvenirs or anything that brings you joy and makes you focus on the intention of this altar. And this is great for those who are not open about their spirituality for any reason, you know? Think about your altar as a vision board for your intentions. If you want to manifest something specific like a new home or a great vacation or getting that job, you can add items that represent those desires to your altar. You can also set up your altars anywhere, in your kitchen, garden, even in your bedroom. Just be mindful of what energy you are inviting into this space. For example, a small, low-key altar near your door or in your garden could be a wonderful way to invite protective or nurturing energies into your home. This is your journey, and your altar is a reflection of where you are on that path. And how often should I change my altar? Some people like to decorate their altars seasonally, adding items that reflects the changing of the energies of the year. Others keep their altar the same all year round. Personally, I might add a few seasonal touches, but I don't overhaul the whole thing unless I feel that I need to, or sometimes some spirit requests me to do something. So again, it's totally up to you. Your altar doesn't have to stay the same forever. It's a living, breathing space that can grow and transform. In fact, it's natural to evolve it over time. As you experience new phases in your life, your altar can reflect these changes, becoming a mirror of your own personal journey. Some people prefer to keep their altars private, setting them in a room where family and friends cannot see them, and others enjoy sharing pictures of them on social media. Some of my altars are very in your face if you come to my house. Others are more subtle. I love to see the face of the muggles coming for the first time at my place. Is like, oh, I like the decoration. And then I will probably say something very wicked just for funsies. It is your choice what you want to do with your own altar and how private you want to be about it. But remember, always ask permission to take pictures of altars that doesn't belong to you. And please don't touch other people's altars as well. So don't stress about getting right. Your altar, as I said before, is a living part of your practice. Enjoy the process of create one. It is just like you. Have fun with it and let it grow. The most important thing is that feels right for you. Trust your intention, your inner voice. Don't be afraid to experiment and make your own thing. If you found this helpful, don't forget to check the next episode. And I would love to hear about your altar ideas and experience. Please share them in the comments. Until next time, I'm Laura Graves and this is Whispering Witchcraft. Thank you for joining me on this magical journey. You can find all my socials in the description below.